Hey, how's it going? Out for another BP day, and no park today. It's a beautiful Saturday, and we just have a little field here. It's kind of a frisbee. There's like a little frisbee golf thing over there. Hey, Miz. Dude, we're sporting the Only Friends today.
Yes.
Shout out Brett Petty. We are just kind of hitting in a field, so we're going to do our best. If you don't have a field to hit on, it's kind of like hitting on a tee. You move your feet to where you need them to be to hit oppo, to pull the ball. So when you're hitting on a field with no lines, no fences, then you kind of have to imagine it and then set up your pitching screen in a way that, okay, now I can push the ball. This is about where first base would be. Now I can pull the ball. This is where third base would be. Now, we're lucky enough to have a pretty big field, but if you only have like a straight line, then adjust where the batter is, and you can just turn the pitching screen. And then, okay, now I'm hitting on the right side of the pitching screen to go for right field, and then turn it, move the batter. And this is what a lot of teams will have to do before tournaments when there's not a whole lot of space. They hit to some points. Did you spill your water, Miz? Now we're going to be thirsty. Oh, that's okay. All right. I've had some requests on some information on tee work and how to set up and some different things. And I'm going to look those over, and then that's what we're going to cover today. We have 2 tournaments left for the year, Conference Championship and Worlds. Actually 3 if you count AA Worlds and Major. So, got some work to do. Let's get at it. Stay tuned. We had a request here from Johnny6134, video idea. Show us how you would approach a solo practice tee work. Talk about potential bad habits that you can get from tee work. Talk about the height to set it at relative to your body. Talk about what you would focus on, and maybe even how you would break down your swing when you record it and watch it. So how to spot your mistakes. So that's what we're going to do. First thing, let's talk about the tee relative to your height. You want it as high as you can get it. Miz, approach the tee. And we're talking about chest height. For Miz, that's honestly a little low, but he also kind of has a baseball swing, so he's used to quite much lower than that for baseball. Get it up by your chest. I mean, realistically, that's where you're going to catch the ball the best, and you're not having to dip. So we put it in a cart, and we want it to be close to our chest as possible. Set up, you're pretty far back, okay? Relative to the plate, you're always going to catch the ball, for the most part, in front of the plate, especially when you're going middle to pull. Now, if he's going backside, then he scoots up, and then that is going backside, and you see the angle that he hits the ball. And now the plate is not there anymore. Now the plate would be right about here. Okay, so your foot in the box in a real game doesn't move. When you're hitting on a tee, you have to adjust your feet forward and back, and then do what you want with the ball. So if you're gonna pull really hard and you're trying to pull an inside pitch, he backs up and gets closer. Now that ball is an inside pitch, and he's gonna pull it because he's farther back, all right? So that's kind of how you set up the tee. Now when you approach, Miz, do you have, like, before you swing, what do you do to make the tee feel like a in-game swing? Like,
the first thing that I do personally when I hit tee is the first couple swing, I just use my hands. I don't try to aim anything, just to like get my hands through the motion, you know. It doesn't matter what I do with it. I just want to get my motion hand going, right? Just throwing the hands in there, not caring where the ball going at the moment, because again, it's a couple swings for you to warm up basically. But I always before I swing, I always imagine a pitcher throwing at me, always.
So you kind of take that breath, you imagine the pitcher's winding up, releasing the
ball.
ball.
Why whenever you see me right here, like taking my time, I'm imagining the pitcher throwing the ball. So, okay, I see the ball is right here, that's when I attack.
So if you ever record yourself, I would suggest doing a side view and also a behind view. You can see if you are out on your front foot too much and you're rotating over. Take a slow-mo swing real quick, Miz. So he's gonna load with his hands, he's gonna rock his weight back, okay, and then transfers from the back hip. Now, everything comes to the back hip, load your wrists back up, okay? The last thing to fire, you see right there, do that again. Last thing to fire is the wrists. So what you're trying to do, now go for when your arm reaches backwards. So that front arm extends backwards. You are stretching from that front leg all the way to the back. You're almost like pulling a rubber band. And then when your back hip goes, your front arm goes actually close to your body, and then from that hip, and then the wrists are the last thing to snap. If you reach back and you're trying to get your barrel to the ball first and you extend your arms early, and then your swing is much slower, there's no snap at the contact point. Okay, now hands into your body when you rotate, hands in, and then boom, that wrist is the pop. That's what you're looking for. And they call this knob to the ball, because as his swing is coming through, the knob of the bat goes towards the ball first, and then the barrel finishes. Okay? If your mindset is to try to get the barrel out there first, then you're going to lose the snap. You want to keep those hands in and then get that knob to the ball first. That is usually one of the problems you see. That's going to cause timing problems. It's going to cause distance problems. And tee work is really about getting that snap, because tee work, you're generating all the power. Ball's not coming at you. You're doing it all yourself.
All right. Keep in mind that when you work on your tee, it's not how hard you're going to hit it or you want to break that ball in it. You're working on your swing. You're working on your contact. You're working on your muscle memory. That's all it is.
Also, sometimes it's just about getting loose. I mean, if this is the only practice you can do, if you don't have anyone to pitch to you and you can't do live stuff, I mean, work up to a practice set. But your first swings are important. I say to finding the barrel, finding your eyes on your first 10 or 15, finding your rhythm, and then go harder, all right? If you go hard right out the gate, get your back tight, you'll get in bad habits, slamming your foot down too soon. So just get in your rhythm, feel comfortable in the box, and then find your eyes. Make sure you're watching the ball hit the bat. As dumb as that sounds, because it's on a tee, even on a tee, you'll look away from it. And slow pitch is the same thing. Ball's coming in slow, you assume where it's gonna go, you look to your hole instead of at the ball. Watch it hit the bat. The last two swings, the difference in that hit was solely me watching the ball. One before that, I didn't do it. That one, much better contact. Funny how that works. All right, finish up our tee. We're gonna pull.
You know, you have to control your hips. In baseball, you don't. In baseball, you just snap your hips.
You just fire them.
Yes. Softball, you gotta control it. When I'm pulling a ball in the softball world, you have to like keep your everything level. Just lead with your hands. Softball is more hands than anything else, okay? Because it's slow. Now on baseball, it's faster. The hips will help you get your snap quicker. And then if my front shoulder is looking up, my bat is going down.
Well, I feel there's a difference between moving your hip forward towards the pitcher and rotating, right? If you move it forward, then this collapses. If you stay level and rotate, then this is level.
Yes.
Yeah, that was money. All right, I'm really gonna work on doubles and gaps for our live pitching today, since we don't really want to test the lines too much. So what I'm trying to do is, my mindset is to hit a ball hard on a line, head level of the infielders. I'm not aiming for the gap, because that's gonna either be a home run or it's gonna be a pop-up. So I wanna aim head level of the infielders. And what it'll do is it'll go over the infielders into the gap. So really I'm picking for right center. It's the top of the screen. I'm usually aiming for that top corner of the screen, and the ball will tail that way. And then for left center, it's a little bit more than the screen, because I don't have a tail on my left center shot. So I'm gonna let the ball get a little deep in here, trying to make contact right about here. So I'm trying to catch the ball a little bit even with the plate, slightly out in front, depending on how big my step is. Somebody else asked me about the loading of the wrists. You see some players with this little like bat whip before they swing. What that is it's a timing mechanism. Some people do like a big leg kick. Some people do a sweeping leg kick. This is to load the wrist before you go back and make it all a fast, smooth motion. If you start early, you'll slow your swing down to meet the ball. When you're doing this and the pitch comes in, generally it makes you slightly behind. So then you have to finish, come up, and then it's all fast. There's not really going to be any slowing down. So, I mean, you have someone like Nino that does it down here. Me is more of a, this is about as far as I'll go. Other people do more. It's just, if it works for you, great. I find it kind of loads my wrists in this angle as I continue to cut back down through the ball. You still have to come up to this. Every batter, whether you start here or you start here, everyone has to come to this point. It's just how your timing gets you there.
That's a good one.
Yeah, right where I wanted it. Cut through that one a little bit too much. Got to square that up more. So that ball was slightly inside and I decided to push it. So to do that, I kind of threw my bat down instead of, because I would have hit it off the hands. What gap or go means is you're trying to go to the gap, but hard. If it goes out, it goes out. But gap is first. That's your mindset. So what Miz has been working on is hitting a gap shot, hitting a home run, and gap or go mentality the whole time. And he is locked in. Now, Miz, the difference from a gap shot to a home run shot, what's the only difference in your swing? What do you change?
On my swing, nothing. I just change the spot of the ball because, again, for me, if I want to go 5-6 hard, all I gotta do is to make sure I have to square the ball. So I have to make sure I have focus on the ball and here square. Because if I go under, I will hit it out. If I go over, I will top hand ground ball to easy.
So you don't like on a home run swing, like you don't swing up more?
Nope.
Or you don't like load in your back hip more?
Nope.
No, the same swing.
Trying to keep it smooth, because whenever you're trying to do that, you open a window for you to miss more. So you keep it smooth, just focus on the ball.
Spot on the ball.
That's it.
Gee. That was far. How you like that, KP?
I love it. That's my favorite. Sorry, Riley.
Okay, Okay, give me a little bit more of a line. He's working on right center, left center,
Go one more over there.
head level.
Go one more over there.
Spot on the ball, eye on the ball. Good. That's money.
Ah! What happened there? I jump in. I want to get the ball when I should have wet on the ball.
So it was slightly outside,
Yep.
and you stepped across yourself and tried to go left center, right?
Yep.
So how do you fix it?
I just got to sit back, look at the ball, making sure it's a strike, and go hard.
There you go. On the high pitches, what you can't do is change your perspective. So even though Miz is tall, if you start tilting your head, tilting your shoulders to look up at a high pitch, first off, you got to know where that 10-foot line is and be able to lay off of it. But if they're a really good pitcher at hitting that 10 foot, then do your best to stay back, level, hands high, so you can still come down through it. Because higher pitch is going to be crossing you a little bit higher here. And if you take something that's this high and then you go up at it, I mean, the chance that you're going to hit under the ball is huge, okay? Or you're going to have to tomahawk, hit the top of the ball. So keep your hands back and high on those higher ones. Try not to really tilt your head so you can stay level through it. Really staying level, like Miz said, is all you're trying to do ever, right? We all don't want to hit pop-ups. We all don't want to hit grounders. So a level swing starts with level shoulders. Tyler Irvine says staying stacked in his stance. And he will tell you that starts with your back knee inside your back heel, back hip inside that knee, okay, and then you're stacked here. A lot of balance, but it's still going forward, okay? You don't want to be rocking backwards here where your shoulder's past your hip, okay? You're stacked and level. How many we got? 3?
5.
5? Golly. You know, it was a little early on that. There you go. Get that knob to the ball first. A little short, probably would have let it go. Now for the worst part of BP, picking up the balls. But do we have a treat for you? See this little invention right here, BP buddy? So keeping it under wraps, but we do have something coming out, hopefully before the beginning of the year, hopefully around Thanksgiving to Christmas, and might be able to get your own. So just a little plug, a little teaser. Knuckleball, can't hit it. That was an out.
I don't know.
I had my guy there.
I don't know about that.
I was
That's
like,
it. I had no rotation in there.
yeah, I was like right there. So I will say something you've gotten better at is swinging at strikes. And whenever people ask, like, how come the majors guys seem like they never miss a barrel? I'll tell you, it's one thing they're not doing is swinging at bad pitches. And then you do that after I give
And then
that
I
speech.
do that after you said it.
Okay, intentionality right here, intentional.
Yeah.
Game type. Lucky dog. Lucky dog.
Lucky with that.
Yeah. Brandon, you want to take a few swings or?
I'll take a few and then I'm out.
All right, what's the over under that he breaks one of his sandals?
Got no feet. No feet.
Hey,
Come on, get out of it, dude.
let the ball get into you, man. You've hit like 3 off the end cap. Yep, got him. You got to have those, kids. Got to catch it. There it is. There you go. You found it.
All right.
So I just want to show you the quick progression from his first swing to his last. This, he is off balance, reaching out, he's way too open. And then this is the last swing where he made good contact. Balance is in the middle of his body. He let the ball get a little deeper, and his snap was the last thing to come through.
All right. Come on. Go. Throw her too.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you want me to throw it more like a fast pitch, soft toss? Slower? All right. Hey, you take your time. It's coming in real slow. After I let it go, say wait in your head, and then think about swinging. Watch it at the bat.
There we go.
There you go. That was kind of high on you, my fault.
There you go. There we go.
Have you ever done slow pitch before?
No.
Seems easy, but it's weird until you get used to it.
Damn kids.
All right, line drives here. Staying tall, staying smooth.
Yes, got him.
I swung so hard on that one, and it was a little short. I almost threw the bat, actually. Ooh. So for my home run swing, I do go up at it a tiny bit more than my line swing because I have such a cut. My natural home runs are line drives because of my cut swing. And I don't have a baseball swing at all. So if I'm really trying to go up and make sure I don't go into the ground, I angle up a tiny bit. But it's still mainly spot on the ball is the change. Oh.
That's it.
I mean, it don't get better than that. This bat is so hot.
I
Dude.
know. I was gonna say like don't hit more.
Let's hope it passes.
You want some more? You done?
No, I'm good. Okay, so there's an event coming up, and I want you to save the date on your calendar. November 16th. It is 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, and I'm putting it together with Chicano Sports, and it's going to be in Arlington, Texas. And what we're doing is it's a pro all-star draft tournament. So I'm going to have more information to come out, but all I'm going to say is there are going to be pros there that are associated with bat brands. I'm going to try to get as many brands as possible, and they're going to be in the dugouts with you. They're going to be playing alongside of you, coaching alongside of you, giving you tips, and then there will be an all-star game. So through some pool play games, the pros are going to pick what they think are some all-stars that stick out to them, and then there will be an all-star game before the bracket play where it's going to be half all-star and pro teams versus another half all-star and pro team. So you need to be here for this event. I'm going to get as many big names as I can from all different kinds of brands. If there's anyone specific that you would love to be in the dugout with and learn to like pick their brain, comment on this video so I can see who I should get for this event. But more information to come on that. Thank you for watching Hitting with the Nation, Until next time, golly. Peace.